wrote down some of the stories, you know, you tell before the shows, and so I wrote down these stories in sort of a slightly less meandering fashion than sometimes I do when I'm just off the cuff. But it was really fun to, I guess, you know, I feel like in some ways it's less important what a songwriter meant, you know, when they wrote a song, because it's more important that people, you know, find their own space or their own home in the song. I feel like a lot of times a song is like a room that you invite people in, and they kind of expand the walls of it. But it was kind of fun to paint these little kind of vignettes of what I was thinking anyway. So I did this book, which is just like an 8x8 hardback, and inside there's the lyrics of the songs, little stories about the songs, and pictures of radios, because the album's called Radio, so that was our clever little thing. And then there's a copy of the album in there, and a copy of this demo CD that we did before we went down, just me and the guitar. So anyway, here's a story for this song called Feeling Good. It's about surviving the winter time in Seattle, which might not sound as heroic. It's less physical survival and more like emotional and spiritual survival. Because there's something about the gloom that drives people crazy up there. Maybe we're just wussies, I don't know. All right. Feeling good. When you live in the northern lands, winter can set your mind against you. Maybe this is why so many northerners of old had rituals and religious ceremonies to track the waxing and waning of the sun. Because sometimes, when it's going away from you, even though every ounce of logic and sanity you can muster tells you it'll certainly come back around, a part of you wonders if this time is really going for good. Nighttime stretches and daylight cowers. That thick gray blanket pulls itself out over the sky from dawn until dusk. All through the midday twilight, the world is a muted, melancholy version of itself. The sun makes its sad, pathetic arc on the horizon, barely cresting the jagged black line of Doug fir trees before it goes back to bed, pulls the covers over its head, and dreams of springtime. But every so often, one glorious morning comes like a God-given gift. You open your eyes and there are these warm yellow rays spilling through the curtains. Your pupils are distended like some cave or dungeon dweller. And as the richness of green and blue and coffee brown pour into your eyes, your heart cannot help but leap in tongues. Hallelujah! You realize that you have not been awake, not fully awake, in months. And you feel like Noah must have felt when he held that olive branch after 40 days of suffocating rain. And you feel like Jonah must have felt when he was spit out on the shore after 3 days in the rotting stench inside that great whale. And you try to burn it into your memory like a reminder of some divine promise that things won't always be so gray, but you know that you'll forget it all the same. So you stitch those feelings and those images into words and melodies and chords, and you bottle them up so that you can get back inside that glory when the winter takes its toll. Because you know that when you live in the northern lands, winter can set your mind against you.
Nice.